Jane, could you please send me those files ASAP?
Sure, I'll mail them to you right away.
And by the way, what on earth are you wearing today? Those shoes don't match that blouse at all. What an eyesore.
What the hell does that mean? Is this why you are in my DM?
It means that your fashion sense is practically non-existent. Like, did you even look in the mirror before stepping out of the house? Your outfit is a complete disaster.
Well, fashion isn't really my top priority at work. Plus, I dress for comfort, not to impress anyone.
Oh, I forgot you were born poor. Lucky for you, you snagged a rich husband.
Dave and I fell in love, Margaret. It wasn't about his money.
You know, you're like an office Cinderella. Except you didn't need a fairy godmother to get your wealthy prince.
I don't see why my personal life should be the topic of discussion.
Of course, because you're so modest and humble. You act like you're better than all of us just because you married Dave.
Margaret, I've never acted that way. My relationship with Dave is personal, and I prefer to keep it that way.
Right, personal. Gee, even your skirt is just funny. You'll cry your eyes out if you heard what the other girls said when they saw you walk in. Sasha almost fainted in shock.
You know, I really don't care about what you or Sasha think, right? I will always wear what's comfortable.
Comfortable or not, you really could use some style advice. Other girls here talk, you know.
I'm sure they do, but I'm not bothered by it.
You know, you've always been a bit proud ever since you married that rich husband of yours.
It's not about pride, Margaret. Dave and I love each other.
Love, huh? More like he took pity on you and swept you off your feet.
Pity? That's not how it happened at all.
Whatever you say, Cinderella. I just wonder how poor Dave copes with someone that dresses as abominably as you do.
Look, I know you didn't text me just to mock my shoes. What's really on your mind, Margaret?
Oh, nothing much. Just wanted to share some exciting news.
News? What's going on?
Well, you know how you're always boasting about your husband? It's funny because I've recently gotten engaged to someone even wealthier. And he adores me.
First off, I never boast about Dave. And secondly, congratulations on your engagement. That's wonderful news. I'm genuinely happy for you. I hope you two are very happy together.
Thanks, Jane. As you can see, my life is just on a different level now. I know you can't relate.
And what's that supposed to mean?
You can finally stop pretending to be the only one with a perfect life. Your husband's change is nothing compared to my fiancé's wealth.
Margaret, I've never tried to compete with anyone. Love and happiness can't be measured in money.
LOL. You say that because I've never seen a present from Dave with you. You'll have to get used to it because gifts would soon be pouring in. What's more, we're moving into his massive mansion soon. The house is beyond amazing. You can't even imagine.
That sounds wonderful, Margaret. Once again, I'm genuinely happy for you.
As you should be, Jane. You can't be as lucky as me.
Let's focus on work, Margaret. I'll send those files now.
Hey, Jane. Did you see the shiny new car in the parking lot?
Yeah, I did. I think it's parked in the wrong parking lot.
LOL, it's mine. A little gift from my amazing fiancé.
Little? I don't know much about cars, but that car is really expensive.
Of course it is. Much more expensive than that box you come to work in.
Oh gosh. You know what? Congratulations on the new car.
Oh, it's not just the car. You should come to my office and see the new shoes and designer bag I wore today. They're to die for.
I'm glad you're enjoying all these lovely things.
Aw, thank you. You're finally being honest about something. This is surprising because you've been so proud ever since you married your rich husband, Dave. But guess what? My fiancé is way richer than Dave. Your Cinderella fairy tale looks pretty dull now.
It's not a competition. I'm glad you found happiness, Margaret. That's what matters most.
Oh, I know it's not a competition, because you can't even keep up. You could only marry a man who was already married once. Quite the husband snatcher, aren't you?
We both know that's not true. Dave and his first wife had issues long before I came into the picture. His wife was cheating and the marriage was already falling apart.
That's what homewreckers say, dear. Always pretending to be innocent angels.
You know what I think? I feel you and the other girls are just jealous that I married Dave instead of one of you. That's why you all won't stop the lies and silly accusations. You girls are still living in my shadow. So sad.
That's just silly. You're just a low-level upstart. Well, back to my fiancé. We're having an extravagant party at his mansion tomorrow. It's going to be epic. Too bad you're not invited. I don't think anyone wants a husband snatcher at such a party.
That's okay, Margaret. I'm not much of a party person, you know.
Well, I guess some of us just live the high life naturally, and others, not so much.
No worries, Margaret. I'm sure it will be a blast. Enjoy your party.
Oh, I will. And I'll be sure to send you lots of pictures to remind you what you're missing out on.
Don't even bother. Have a great time.
Jane, I bet you're having a good laugh that the party wasn't held at the new house, huh?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. I'm sure one of the girls must have told you.
Told me what?
The party wasn't held at the mansion because Joshua couldn't make it back from his business trip.
This again? Honestly, I couldn't care less about where the party was held.
Well, let me tell you, we had a blast. I booked a 5-star hotel for the girls, and we had the most amazing girls' night. We even played a game.
A game? What kind of game?
Oh, it was hilarious. I asked the girls to come up with the most ridiculous things about you, and the best one would win a special prize. You can't even imagine what they said.
What kind of things did they say?
Like how you're probably cheated to get so high at the company, or that you have a secret underground lair where you hoard stolen office supplies.
Right. I'm sure it was all in good fun.
Oh, come on, Jane. You don't have to hide it. We all know all your secrets, especially how unhappy you are. You know, Jane, you keep acting like you're in a happy marriage, but I can see right through you. You look so sad.
Where are you even getting all these from? My marriage is my business, and I don't need to prove that I am happy to anyone.
Well, we played another game about whether your husband beats you or not, and guess what? All the girls raised their hands.
Margaret, their opinions don't affect me, and I'm clearly not unhappy. I don't need anyone's pity.
Keep lying to yourself, Jane. But enough about you. Let's get back to what really matters. My amazing new house.
Of course, your new house. The one you won't stop yapping about.
You have no idea, Jane. Gosh, I can't wait to move into our new house and live like a queen. Unlike you, I'm soon going to be in a very happy marriage.
I'm sure it's a palace, Margaret.
Oh, it is. It's huge, with a breathtaking view. Joshua doesn't stop talking about it.
Sounds like a lot of space for someone with such a small mind.
You just can't stand that I'm living the high life, can you?
Margaret, I don't care about your wealth or your new house. I'm happy with my life, and that's all that matters to me.
Well, you should care, Jane. You should care because you'll never have what I have.
And what is that I'll never have, Margaret?
True love, Jane. I have Joshua. He's rich and he loves me more than anything in the world.
Joshua is your fiancé, huh? Margaret, be careful about what you wish for.
What do you mean?
Just remember, things aren't always what they seem.
You're just jealous, Jane. Jealous of my life and my amazing fiancé.
I'm not jealous. I just hope you find happiness in whatever you're chasing.
Well, I don't need your hope. I have everything I want right here. Oh, it is. I just can't wait to move in and start this new chapter of my life.
All right, Margaret. Enjoy your palace and your perfect life.
Oh, I will, Jane. I definitely will. Jane, you won't believe it. I was finally at the house today. It's even more spectacular than I imagined.
Wait, what house are you talking about?
The house my fiancé and I are going to move into, of course. You know, the one I've been telling you about.
Oh, that house. You were at the house? Tell me more about it.
Oh, you have no idea. The living room is so spacious, and the kitchen? It's like something out of a magazine.
I'd love to see it someday.
Well, I'd show it to you, but I doubt you'd appreciate it.
You might be right. My tastes are pretty simple.
Of course. You didn't grow up in comfort like the rest of us. Anyway, I'll send you a picture.
Wait, is that?
Yep, that's my fiancé's house.
No. Wait a minute.
What is it, Jane?
Oh, really? Your fiancé's house, huh? LOL. This is really juicy. Tell me all about your new house, dear.
Well, the interior is absolutely breathtaking. The living room has these gorgeous high ceilings.
Bet it has one awesome dining area.
Of course, the dining room area is just so elegant.
That sounds lovely. How many rooms does it have?
It's got 5 bedrooms, Jane. It's a 5-bedroom mansion, Jane, each with a home theater.
Wow, 5 bedrooms? Impressive. Is there a pool in the backyard?
Of course. There's a luxurious swimming pool, and it's perfect for all the parties we're going to throw.
That sounds amazing, Margaret.
Oh, it is. I just can't wait to move in and start this new chapter of my life.
Margaret, something just seems a bit off. Is your fiance's full name Joshua Sullivan?
Yes, it is. Why? How do you even know that?
Nothing at all. It's just a funny coincidence.
What do you mean?
Oh, Margaret. You won't believe the surprise I have for you.
A surprise? What's going on? Jane, why are you laughing?
I can't reveal everything right now, but we need to go somewhere after work today. By 5. I promise it's going to be quite the surprise. I'll blow your little mind.
Go where? What's the surprise? Tell me what it is. Jane, you can't leave me hanging like this. What's going on?
So, how did it feel to see Joshua open the car door for my husband?
I can't believe it. This can't be true. This is some sick joke, right? Joshua can't be your husband's driver. He's not just a common driver, right?
Oh, yes, dear. He's definitely a driver, Margaret. Nothing more, nothing less.
This can't be happening. My fiancé can't be a mere driver.
Well, it seems like he's been doing a pretty good job at pretending, hasn't he?
I can't believe I fell for this. What kind of person does that?
People like Joshua, I guess. It's a cold world for dumb people, dear.
You set me up, Jane. You knew this all along and you said nothing. How could you do this to me?
You've been bragging about your wealthy fiancé for far too long, Margaret. I just thought you should know the truth.
I can't face him right now. I'm humiliated. What am I going to do, Jane? I've been living a lie and my friends and family think I'm engaged to a wealthy man.
Well, maybe you should have been more humble, Margaret, instead of trying to make everyone else feel inferior.
I wanted to fit in, to be like all the other girls. I thought he was my ticket to happiness. I wanted to be better than you.
And instead, you got yourself a driver. Not the wealthy man you've been bragging about. That business trip your fiancé went on? He was just driving my hubby throughout LA.
What am I going to do now? This can't be happening. He told me he got us that house. He told me he was going to live there. Oh my God.
And that house turned out to belong to my husband, Dave. It's our new house, and we're planning to move in 2 weeks. Well, you see, Margaret, sometimes the truth isn't what we want it to be.
This is embarrassing. Gosh, I need to fix this somehow. I can't let everyone know. The girls at work will make my life a living hell.
Oh, you mean you can't let everyone know that your rich fiancé is just a regular guy?
Yes, exactly. I've been living a lie, Jane. You won't rat me out, will you?
Maybe it's time to come clean, Margaret. Face the consequences of your silliness.
No, I can't do that. I'll find a way to fix this mess, even if it's the last thing I do. I mean, I can still fix this, right? I'll talk to Joshua and he'll explain everything. Maybe he's not just a driver. He can still be a really rich driver, right?
Don't be stupid. How many rich drivers have you heard of? And do you really think he'll be honest with you now that his secret's out?
I have to try, Jane. I don't know what to do. I've put so much into this relationship. I can't let my life fall apart like this. What am I going to do now? This can't be happening to me.
LOL, you're asking me? Deal with your issues yourself, Margaret. But don't expect any sympathy from me.
I'll figure this out myself. I don't need you.
Good luck, Margaret. You'll need it.
You fired Joshua?
Of course I didn't. He's Dave's employee, not mine. Former employee, if you get what I mean.
Oh, don't give me that crap. I know you told your husband to fire him.
Well, what can I say? He was using pictures of his employer's house to deceive people. Surely that's not the best behavior for any worker. Who knows what he will do next?
My God. You know what? I don't even care about that lying scumbag. Jane, I'm in big trouble. I've racked up so much debt with my extravagant lifestyle, and now Joshua isn't rich. I am doomed.
And what do you expect me to do about it?
I need your assistance. Please, Jane. I have nowhere else to turn. I can't call off the engagement. I'll be humiliated at work.
Oh, the great Margaret needs my help now? After all the mocking and bragging?
I know I've been awful, but I'm desperate. I've even sold most of my expensive stuff. All my jewelry and bags, gone.
So you're left with the designer shoes and the car, huh?
The auto company took it back. I'm selling everything I own, and it's still not enough to clear the debts.
I thought the car, the shoes, and the bags were love gifts.
They were not. I bought them all myself on credit.
You what? On credit? Even for you, that's dumb.
I just wanted to look like a rich man's fiancé. And Joshua told me he'd cover all the payments after our wedding. Please, Jane, help me out. I know you can. I promise I'll pay you back soon.
You really thought this through, didn't you? Well, I won't bail you out of this mess, Margaret. You made your bed, now you lie in it.
Jane, I can't believe you can be so heartless.
Heartless? No, Margaret, I'm not heartless. I'm just not foolish enough to bail you out of a mess you willingly created. You spent your way into this, and now you have to figure your way out.
But Jane, I've lost everything. The car, the fancy clothes, the parties. I can't lose the status.
Oh, the status. Is that what this is all about, Margaret? You wanted to marry Joshua just to keep up appearances?
It's not like that. I loved him, I just didn't know he was a liar.
Love? Or the idea of a wealthy fiancé? Face it, Margaret. You are more in love with the idea of marrying into wealth than the man himself.
Maybe I was foolish, but now I'm drowning in debt and I don't know what to do.
That's not my problem, Margaret. You should have thought about the consequences before maxing out your credit cards.
Jane, please, I'm begging you. I can't turn to anyone else. You're the only one I feel won't make fun of me.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen, Margaret. From flaunting your riches to begging for help.
I'll do anything to fix this, Jane. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Anything? Will you finally admit that I didn't snatch Dave from his cheating ex-wife? Will you publicly apologize for all the nasty things that you've said?
Yes, I'll apologize. Just help me, Jane. Please, I'm begging you.
Sorry, Margaret, but apologies won't pay your debts. You've shown your true colors, and I won't forget it.
Please, Jane, I beg of you.
You got what you deserve, and never, ever text me again. So, that's how it all played out. Margaret, with her extravagant dreams, ended up in a debt pit deeper than anyone could have imagined. The girls at work finally found out about Margaret's fiancé, and they can't stop laughing. As for me, well, I got promoted, and Dave and I moved into our new home, the one Margaret had been so eager to call hers. So, while Margaret works weekends and night shifts to dig herself out of that financial hole, I'm enjoying the comfort of our new home, a home built on hard work, not lies. Karma's a funny thing, isn't it?